Ready? 5, 4, 3, 2. Bam! J-Lo, no! Yo! So yeah, y'all see it. Y'all saw the length check. Had to throw the do-rag on to make it lay down a little bit, you know. I don't want to get people too jealous. But anyway, I hit up my little bro, and he gonna join me for my little adventure or whatever the heck I'm doing. I don't even know. But we'll be right back. Alright, so we just pulled up at my mom's crib. Sorry if it's a little windy. Hey, look, y'all see the little flats. Jump! Waiting on bro to come back out. Man, I don't like this white t-shirt though. Look at bro. Bro trying to out-champion me, man.
You already know.
Look at him.
I already know.
Look at what he got on his feet though. Alright, my guy. You ready?
Let's get it.
What's up, family? It's your boy Bigg Ronn. I'm back with another episode of Ron's 1 Cent. Drop that coin for me. Appreciate it. And in today's video, first of all, before I even get to the video, I gotta give a shout out to one of my friends, Tanisha and her significant other. They started a business, and hey, if you in my city, best smoothies in town. They had some little snacks in there. I'm gonna try my best not to get, cause I need to be cutting back. Man, I look dark. Maybe it's the shades. Let's see. There we go. But I'm gonna try my best not to get, cause I really need to be cutting back. But I'm gonna show y'all the business, or at least the sign, cause you know I still ain't comfortable with recording in front of people. But yeah, I'm gonna show y'all the business, get what I'm getting, and we'll get back to the subject. All right. All right, people, so we back, and I'm sure everybody's seen the video of, or the videos of 50 Cent and his son, Marquise. And if you have not followed it, I'll just give you a brief summary of a lot of the new things I've seen. One being, you know, it's no secret, you know, 50 Cent and his son don't have the best relationship or relationship at all. And honestly, coming from a parent's aspect, I feel 50. But, you know, I'm jumping ahead. So their story, basically, he provided his son with everything. And it appears, I don't know, but it appears that a lot of hatred, bitterness came from the son's mom, which is unfortunate because you see that a lot, especially in black families. And you know, it's easy to poison a child's mind, especially a son, because one thing about a son and mom bond, trust me, you listening to a mama's boy, not the punk kind. But the bond between a mom and his son is unmatched. You know, a lot of marriages don't succeed because of the mom, you know, being in the son's business or whatever. I don't have that problem. That's not my story. But anyway, yeah, so 50, I was listening to a little video. I don't know if he was reading a book or a poem or what, but in a nutshell, he was saying how entitled his son is and how he basically gave him everything. How instead of it making him, you know, appreciate him, love him or whatever, he actually grew to resent him for it. So the latest thing that came out that went viral, 50 Cent's son said that 50 gives him $6,700 a month, and that's not enough. Let me tell y'all, that pissed me off. I ain't gonna lie to you. That did something to me, because the last job I've been in for over 12 years, we got paid once a month. Do you know we didn't make half of that? Not bring home, we didn't make half of that. And Lord knows we didn't bring home half of that a month. Working 12-hour shifts. overtime, and you're complaining about $6,700 a month that you don't even have to do nothing for. So let's talk about that. You got $6,700 a month for child support. Child support, first of all, you're not a child. If I ain't mistaken, they said he's anywhere between 23 and 25. You're a grown man, bro. You're a grown man. And I get it, you're 50 Cent's son. But one thing I never understood was how being a part of somebody's life, you reap the benefits of their labor. I would never understand that. Like, okay, you're a basketball player, you get married, y'all get divorced, and you gotta give her all these millions of dollars when she ain't never dribbled a basketball. That don't make sense to me. I don't get it. Okay, you gotta still give them the lifestyle they had. Okay, well, tell her to try for the WNBA. My opinion. Even with kids, okay, these celebrity kids, or child support, period. You have one guy that ain't trying to do nothing and have to pay $50 a month. But yet I got a cousin, and I ain't gonna say his name, but he told me at one point he was paying over $700 something a month for child support. What's the difference? How can $50 a month support one child, but $700 something support another? Now $6,700 support another. Make it make sense for me. I don't get it. I don't understand how you can reap the benefits of somebody else's labor for doing nothing. So back on my next point, it's child support. So if in child support, where you're doing nothing, you're bringing in $6,700. Can you imagine how much I would bring in if your mom worked?
Message.
Lord, if you worked, you talking about a 2-income household that's already getting $6,700. You supposed to, who couldn't live off that? You talking about New York. Who couldn't live off that? Make it make sense for me. And I'm sorry, y'all. This subject is really personal to me. And I'm gonna get into that. Let me finish this out real quick. I'm gonna get into myself. So yeah, let me calm down. Let me calm down. 6,700. I wish I made 67. Rephrase. I wish I brought home $6,700 a month. Do you know what that would do for me? Do you know what that would do for a lot of people? Did you hear what I said? I was working a job of 12 years. And I won't bring in home half of that. 12-hour shifts. And you're complaining about 60. Hold on. So let's get back to that 2-income thing. Okay, that's 50 Cent child. He shouldn't have to. I don't get that. He ain't rap one of them bars. I didn't see him in rapping nothing on Many Men in the club. I didn't see him rapping none of that. But anyway, I guess he's entitled to it because I ain't gonna say that. But anyway, so back to the 2-income thing. 50 Cent said, and I paraphrase, that he passed a store that was closing down, that was closing down, a shoe store that was closing down. Long story short, he went in there, talked to the guy. He bought all the guy inventory, everything. So he either emailed, text, or called whatever his son, told him, if I ain't mistaken, once again, I paraphrase, I do not quote, to find a warehouse where he is. I think it was Atlanta. Don't quote me on that. I think it was Atlanta. He told him to find a warehouse. He's gonna, for free, give him all these shoes. All you gotta do is set up an online business. He ain't gotta deal with people in person. He said get a friend or two to run the warehouse. You handle the computer. That way you can afford your own stuff. You will have your own business, which is so much more. It's yours. You pick your hours. You do it how you want to do it. You boosting your credit score. I mean, it's so much to it for free. But instead, his mom gets involved. Oh, well, first of all, why is it we? This is something for his son to make his own money and to become a responsible man. It's more than just the money. It's for him to become a responsible man. And once again, I'm not just going in because it's a celebrity. This is personal for me for so many reasons. And I'm going to get to that. If you're still rocking with me, I appreciate you. If you got kids, keep listening to this. If you are a kid, keep listening to this because I got something for you about my life. But anyway, so his mom gets involved. Well, we're going to turn it into a boutique and da-da-da-da-da. Bam, it crashed. Nothing to it. Because first of all, your son ain't learning nothing from it. I don't know why it crashed. I ain't going to get into that. He ain't get into that. But basically, your son got nothing out of it except a bunch of inventory. I don't know what they end up doing with it. But anyway, so let me break down why that's so personal for me. I have kids. I have great kids. And I'm not just saying that. My kids make great grades. They're great students. Teachers always speak highly of them. My son, he started kind of tripping a little bit with his attitude, but we got that straight, I hope. From what the teachers say, that's good. They're great kids, but in the house, they're spoiled brats, and it's my fault. I take responsibility for that, and it's because, and this no diss to my mom. My mom, man, that lady, she's superwoman on so many different levels and for so many different people. She did the best she could. She did the best she could for what she had. She did the best she could for what she had. And but you know, we didn't have a lot. You know, we grew up in a pretty house. You know, everybody figured, you know, everything was so great. But I'm not gonna get into all my in-house stuff. I'm gonna stick to the point. I remember we would get one pair of shoes to start off the school year, and we'd get another pair of shoes halfway through, which now I realize was probably tax time. So I didn't like it, but I was appreciative for my pair of shoes. But what that caused for me now as a man, I have shoes that I've had since my kids were babies, and you would never know it. That's because I learned to take care of my stuff. I learned to appreciate my stuff. So where as a child I may have viewed it as a negative, it taught me how to appreciate my stuff. So Christmas, me and my sister, we couldn't wait for Christmas because we get some of the things we've been wanting. Okay, let's get back to my kids. You ask my kids right now, especially the big two, what they want for Christmas, they don't know. Because they got everything. And that's not to brag, that's not to boast, that's not that I'm rich or nothing like that. But I have always personally, and I have always went above and beyond because I never wanted them to feel that feeling that I felt. You know, I didn't want them to worry about keeping one pair of shoes clean and not creasing them. Man, we used to stuff socks. Y'all remember? We used to stuff socks in the toes so they wouldn't crease. We walking around like ducks, you know, quack, quack, you know, so they wouldn't crease. Kept them clean, you know, because we knew we weren't getting another pair. But if you go on my kids, from shoes everywhere, bent up, dirty, whatever, they don't have that in them because they know that daddy's gonna make sure they get another pair. They gonna have a fresh pair. Jackets, they lose jackets like they're free. I made sure I kept my jackets because I know I won't just get another jacket, which again, no diss to my mom. She just didn't have it like that when I was growing up. My little brother, on the other hand, anyway, but she ain't have it like that. So this is the point I'm getting to. But when you talk to them, my older two especially, they act like they're so sad. They act like they're so depressed, oh, so gloomy, and got everything. They can't even give you a Christmas list. They can't, because they don't know, because they got everything. Only thing they could possibly say is an upgrade on something that they got. And you would think that it would make them appreciative. No, it does not. So back to this 50 Cent situation, if anything, it causes resentment. And it does not teach them. Me always opening my wallet, they don't understand the sacrifices I make. They didn't know daddy was living check to check. All they knew was what they needed, they got. They never once walked in that house and worried about flipping the switch and power be off, unless it was a storm. Because they know we were going to make sure it happened. But instead of them, thank you, Dad, it's give me more. So what I've realized from 50 Cent's story, and even my own life, the more you give I understand now. I used to always say I don't get how celebrities get so depressed and they want to take their own life. I understand now. It's because you got so much, you have nothing more to get. So you found your love in getting stuff. Now you got everything you want. What's left? You're sad. You're depressed. You have nothing else to make you happy. You have nothing else to be fulfilled with. So this is to the parents. Stop. I understand you may have grew up rough, and I'm not talking about me, I'm just saying you may have grew up rough without, but I promise you, spoiling your kids is not the answer.
No, God, please, no, no, no.
It won't work. It don't create strong men and women. It create weak, spoiled punks. And I'm not calling my kids punks, but I'm just saying it creates weak, spoiled men and women. So learn from 50 Cent's situation right now. Shoot, learn from mine. We're not perfect. Learn from mine. And once again, I got great kids, but they're spoiled. And so I have to learn to pull back. I have to learn to close my wallet. You know, because it don't help. And again, I really hope and pray that people watch this, not for the views, but I just hope it helps somebody. Like, for real, I really hope it helps somebody, because I wish I would have seen this. I wish 50 Cent would have made this video a couple years ago, and I would have seen it. You know, now I feel I'm stuck in a place of having to start over. How do you start over without just being the bad guy, you know? So, but it is what it is. I gotta do what I gotta do, because one thing I want to make sure, I feel, this is my last thing, I feel like it's a parent's job to raise your kids to be great, responsible, loving, compassionate adults, and aware, you know, because life ain't butterflies and rainbows. But spoiling them is not the answer. If anything, it creates the opposite of all of it. They become entitled. I hope I can find that picture of his son mocking him, mimicking him, trolling him. Entitlement. So, I don't know. I hope somebody watch this and get something out of it. Y'all know my motto: stay blessed, stay positive, have fun, peace. You don't separate peace. This is just two. Peace brings people together.